Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 is finally on the horizon. With that, there's a lot of hope that many things will be changed, as well as keeping the things that everyone has liked. So, are you ready to dive in to this ultimate wish list for Chapter 5 Season 3? Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your thinking caps on, because we're about to dream up the most epic additions, changes, and surprises that can make the next season of Fortnite the best one yet. Let's brainstorm together and create the perfect wish list for the future of Fortnite. Let's first start off with a recap of Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. Start off really strong with exciting map changes, new medallions, new weapons such as the Gatekeeper shotgun and the Huntress DMR, new weapon attachments, a new boss fighting concept, and more that I'm probably forgetting. All of this stuff was great for the most part, we'll get to that later, but my main issue with the season was the lack of content updates throughout it and the storyline development. Further, there were issues with items such as wings that could have been worked on and improved but were never further developed and fixed. This was very frustrating and in my opinion led to a waste of an item that had potential to be as good as some of the mobility items we've seen in the past, such as the Shockwave Hammer and the Katana. So things and themes I want to add heading into the new season, which will be covered in this video right here. So things and themes I want to add heading into the new season be covered in my wish list include awesome map changes at the beginning, just like this season, new and exciting weapons and attachments, just like at the beginning of this season, new mobility items, game-changing mechanics, season theme and in-game event, even if it's a smaller one, quality of life improvements, and finally, some things that we as a community and things we've left feedback on in the past. Now, let's go into detail on each of these topics. As always, I want a fresh new exploration aspect in the new season. This of course has to do with the exciting new map additions. I would love to see 3 to 4 new POIs that fit the new season theme in the beginning. I would also love to see a big update in the middle of the season, adding a new POI to the map, kind of like we saw in Stark Season in Chapter 4 Season 2. As a matter of fact, at the time of recording this video, Fortnite leaked a brand new Fallout POI yesterday that has people raising their eyebrows. This teaser seems to further support the overall theme of the season, which we will discuss later. Additionally, there was another POI leaked at the time of making this video, a location called Sharkbait. It seems and looks very similar to the Yacht POI from Chapter 2 Season 2. However, the Sharkbait POI's picture is much bigger than the yacht from Chapter 2 Season 2. This is bound to draw some attention from players when dropping in the new season. Alas, during day 2 of recording this video, another POI was added and teased by Fortnite, this one called Nitro Dome. The colors look absolutely sick and definitely go with the new season's theme, and I'll be sure to include the full picture of this teaser later on. In addition to new locations on the map, I'd like for there to be a new biome added to the map as well. In my opinion, the bottom left of the map could definitely use a little bit of sprucing up. Biomes always add new color and vibrancy to the map that makes it look a lot better and entices people to land at these new spots. It entices me at least. Now moving into the weapons, some weapons I would love to see added include a new AR. I felt that the ARs were fairly weak this season. It's been especially frustrating as a controller player being able to take a halfway distant fight from an opponent. I honestly miss having a couple of the hit scan ARs in the game because it allowed controller players to have a chance at long distance AR fights. It's almost impossible to get Storm Surge tags in tournaments due to the Horde bloom on the ARs, and this is for mouse and keyboard and controller players. I would also like to see the snipers nerf from the season. Snipers are still way too strong and need to be balanced to offer a better gameplay experience. Lastly, I did really like the new Huntress DMR this season. I would love for them to increase the fire rate and clip size of this weapon for the next season. If they do this, I think the weapon can be an even more viable choice. One item that I want added to the new Fortnite season is a unique and exciting new mobility item. For example, the Shockwave Hammer from Chapter 4 Season 1 and the Katana from Chapter 4 Season 2 are staple mobility items from those two seasons that are often automatically associated with those seasons when the names are brought up. I feel like that we haven't had an item like this for almost a year and we're due for one next season. Again, the wings have the potential to be that this season, but it never panned out because it never got further developed and fixed. I would also love for them to continue adding fun and game-changing healing items. That is something I feel like they have nailed this chapter so far. The new Flowberry Fizz this season is a must pick up and offers not only superb rotation, but healing as well. Lastly, I think a new throwable would be a lot of fun too. I miss the silly items such as the Porta Fortress, Bush Bomb, and I'm sure there are others I'm missing. Alrighty, now this section's pretty short. I know that new mechanics are normally saved for new chapters, but since we're at the halfway point of the chapter, I think it'd be cool if they did something brand new they've never done in the middle of a chapter, and that's add a new game-changing mechanic. They added the mantling up walls mechanic at the beginning of Chapter 5. Maybe having the ability to leap between walls could be added to the mechanic to further enhance it. But of course, that's just an idea. Now, shifting gears a little bit, I'd like to discuss the overall Season 3 and theme I'd like to see. At the time of making this video, the theme for Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 was just released yesterday. The theme is officially called Wrecked. As leaked from the content roadmap linked to an epic employee on a business call, the visuals seem to support this theme with a post-apocalyptic look. Fortnite themselves have also released additional teasers on X the past couple of days, which we looked at earlier in this video. Now, the Battle Pass is something I'd really like them to keep more traditional. I really want there to be a skin in this Battle Pass that is historically associated with this season, much like the mobility aspect I talked about earlier. I want it to be like, oh yeah, remember in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 when that skin came out? One that automatically comes to mind is John Wick from Chapter 1 Season 3, aka the Reaper, or a more recent example would be the High Wire from Chapter 4 Season 2. Overall, I think that Fortnite has a great opportunity with the post-apocalyptic theme, and I really hope they hit a home run when it comes to the Battle Pass. Here's another update. At the time of editing this video, we have actually had skins be leaked in the last couple hours that are linked to the Battle Pass for this season. Those are on screen now. Like I said, we're not sure if these are going to be in the Battle Pass, but we can kind of infer that some of these are bound to be in the Battle Pass. Another teaser was released on Monday, including another skin with the same teaser that leaked the Nitro Dome POI covered earlier in this video. To be honest, I think all these skins look pretty solid and show promising potential for the new season. This is a little reminder to use code Mystic9 in the Fortnite item shop when purchasing the Battle Pass for the new season, or if you decide to pick up a new skin for the new season, please send a photo in the Discord link in the description when you do this, and you will be featured in the season launch video that I will be posting this weekend. Thanks again, y'all. Now moving into the collabs. The collabs are already looking very juicy. We're rumored to be getting not only a Fallout collab as mentioned previously, but as well as a Monster Jam collab. The Fallout collab looks like it's going to feature a new POI, skins, and possibly more, I'm sure. The Monster Jam collab looks like it's going to include one monster truck, which is coming to the game, and then the Monster Jam Showdown game will be available for pre-order on the Epic Games. So finally, it's looking like there will be a couple of small Marvel collabs throughout the season, as well as a Marvel in-game mini event to lead us into Chapter 5 Season 4, which will be themed as Marvel, leaked by the Fortnite roadmap shown here again and also shown earlier. The rest of this year looks amazing and more promising, and I cannot wait to see what this year holds. I'd also like to speak on some quality of life improvements for when the new season drops. One huge complaint that I have, and the rest of the community has too, is that the current UI is way too confusing. The UI needs to be simplified and easier to get around. My biggest complaint at the moment is the locker. I actually want to walk you guys through it right now and show you what I'm talking. Alrighty, y'all, here we are inside my locker. So one of my biggest complaints is that they took away the rarities of the skins, and I think this just further complicates things. It also leaves doubt within the community when they are trying to price skins, and we don't know exactly like what a skin is supposed to be priced based on its rarity because it doesn't have a rarity. So I think that is a big discrepancy, and I think that needs to be addressed. I think the whole thing just needs to be reverted, but that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Also, there's way too many different sections within the locker. What I mean by this is it's just way too confusing. There's emotes, lobby, you have to save your emotes separately now. It makes no sense. It just needs to be simplified. And then also having to separately save the emotes, which I already touched on. Come on, Fortnite, fix your game. Anyways, overall, the UI is just very cluttered and messy right now, and I want this whole thing to be cleaned up, especially the locker. And if they do this, I think this is a great quality of life improvement. Alrighty, now shifting gears to competitive a little bit. I saved this section for last because I understand that not all of you are interested in the competitive scene, so please feel free to skip this if you are interested. I did leave timestamps down below. Anyways, the first topic I wanted to cover is FNCS. Quick shout out to Peterbot and Poyo for being the NA FNCS Grand Champions this season. Anyways, I thought the FNCS format this year was not the best. I do like the open 2 rounds of semis and finals format, but I wasn't a fan of the number of teams that qualify each round. I think the top 4,000 teams should qualify to the second round to give an opportunity for the up-and-coming players to make it to the second round. The third round should be the top 250. This will make the qual into the round much more competitive. The final round should be the top 50, which would be the set lobbies. I think this format is more competitive than the format this season because it makes the second round much more competitive than it was this season, with 1,000 of the 2,000 teams going into the third round. A 50% rate of pass-through is way too low and will cause a lot of top teams to not take the second round very seriously. I also wanted to hit on the scheduling of FNCS. There were only 2 rounds spanning over 2 weeks. I think there always needs to be 3 rounds spanning over 3 weeks because, to be completely honest, I think everyone just likes 3 rounds much better than 2 because it gives us more of an opportunity to watch the up-and-coming competitive players, and it also just gives everyone a chance to compete. I want to add that having 2 weeks of nothing between semis and grands is not the way to go. It makes the competitive viewer very confused because many people think the competitive season is over during that downtime without knowing that grands still have to be played. Going forward, if they are going to have 2 weeks of downtime, there needs to be cash cups scheduled during that time so that the rest of the competitive community has something to play and keep them entertained. Now talking about cash cups. These were a big letdown this season. Like Ozzy Antic said, I'm convinced that a blind pig rolling around in mud made the Fortnite competitive schedule this season. I mean, seriously, bro, what were they thinking? They were randomly scheduled without rhyme or reason. If they would have come out and explained the dates, then so be it, but they did not do that. Whatever the reason, I know for a fact that there needs to be more duo cash cups than 4. I'm an advocate for having a duo cash cup or some sort of cash cup every week. Ideally one each week that is paired with the FNCS layout. I feel like this is the best days for everyone are Fridays and Saturdays, since this is when viewers and players are able to watch and play freely without having to worry about homework, work, or other things. I would love for them to continue hosting Mix Up Monday, along with other unique and exciting cups, so that it keeps the competitive community engaged and on their toes throughout the entire season. My last point is that the ranked system needs to be more rewarding. I think there is a great foundation as it stands, but the actual reward system is not great. There needs to be a system in place that rewards people further for climbing the ranked ladder and really entices people to push to Unreal. There also needs to be a distinguished rank above Unreal that recognizes the top 500 players, much like Valorant does with its Radiant rank. Rewards for reaching these milestones should be special and exclusive to each rank, so that players are only being rewarded for hitting that specific rank. Some of these awards should include gliders, pickaxes, emotes, etc. Unreal could be an exclusive skin, as I think obtaining this milestone is deserving of that. However, Unreal needs to be harder to obtain next season. It should require a long grind out of all players, the top players specifically, to break into that rank. So, to recap what we discussed in this video, I did a recap of Chapter 5. Season 2 discussed new map locations, weapons, items utility, gameplay mechanics and features, competitive concepts, quality of life improvements, and Chapter 5 Season 3 expected themes and such. Now with all my wishlist items in mind, I would encourage all of you to drop your wishlist for the new season in the comments down below. If you don't want to put your entire wishlist, I completely understand that, but you should definitely put your top item down in the comments. Now I want to thank all of you for watching until the end of the video. If you liked what you saw during the video, I would encourage you to leave a like on the video. Also subscribe for more content like this in the future. With that, I'm so excited to jump into Chapter 5 Season 3 this weekend with you all. I will be live right here on the channel around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the tail end of downtime, and we'll be playing for the first few hours of the new season. There will also be a 24-hour stream coming this weekend at some point as well. Stay tuned on my Fortnite community tab to find out when that is. Stay tuned. Now, YouTube thinks you will like this video right here, so you should definitely go click on that and check it out. I love you all so much, and I'll see you again in the next video.